A lot of interesting things happening in that clip. It really is a bifurcated society in Saudi Arabia. Women and men do not inhabit the same world. In some respects, it's not unlike the American South, let's say in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, the divide between the black world and the white world. There was not much in the way of interaction between those two, and that's a not dissimilar set of circumstances that we find in Saudi Arabia today. Shopping. The experience is very different for men than it is for women. The building we see here, we saw at the end of the last lecture, is Kingdom Center in Riyadh. In it there are extraordinarily expensive condos, a Four Seasons hotel, and a shopping center. The third floor of which is called Ladies' Kingdom. What we have here in blue is from a website, Primary Source Evidence. Occupying the second floor of Al Mamlaka shopping mall, the Ladies' Kingdom aimed to create a private and relaxing atmosphere to female shoppers, where they can comfortably and easily find everything they need. It is fully managed by females and contains over 40 stores, among which are the two big anchor stores, Saks Fifth Avenue and Debenhams, coffee shops and restaurants, entertainment center, Samba Bank Ladies Branch, Ladies Mosque, and much more available on this floor, which is covering almost everything a female would need. Although Ladies' Kingdom are connected to Al Mamlaka shopping mall through a main staircase, an escalator, and two panoramic elevators which are accessed only by females, it also has its own main interest, with parking spaces to ease access to it and to enable it to form its own identity. One progressive thing about Ladies' Kingdom is that women do not have to veil there. They can walk around as if they were in another country, because there are only women on this floor. All the employees are women. All the shoppers are women here at Ladies' Kingdom, in the Al Mamlaka shopping mall located in beautiful Kingdom Center, Riyadh. The dining experience is again a single-sex affair largely. Women and men self-segregate in this society to an amazing degree. This is true of all Muslim societies to a greater or lesser extent, and you can argue it happens in our society as well. Women and men, sports bars, not sports bar, etc. You get it. It's not all about Islam. But in Saudi Arabia, the division is quite acute. You do not just go sit down in a group of women and vice versa. Driving. Well, men can and women cannot. It's as simple as that. What we're going to see now is a clip from YouTube of a woman doing the unthinkable in Saudi Arabia. Driving. This was featured on CNN a few years ago. Let's go to the tape.
Wajiha Al-Huwaider did what many women in Saudi Arabia can only dream of doing. She drove her car, an act banned in cities around the kingdom and only permitted in remote areas such as this, where Wajiha videotaped her message.
For women to drive is not a political issue. It is not a religious issue. It is a social issue. And we know that many women of our society are capable of driving cars. We also know that many families will allow their women to drive.
To mark International Women's Day, Wajiha and her sister-in-law took a drive in the countryside, taped this message, and later posted it to YouTube for the whole world to see, but especially for Saudi officials to hear.
On the occasion of this Women's Day, we appeal to our Interior Minister, His Highness Prince Nayef bin Abdulaziz, to permit us to drive.
The last time women publicly demanded their right to drive in the ultra-conservative kingdom, back in 1990, they were arrested by religious police and insulted in public. The row was then followed by a fatwa, a religious edict, officially banning women from driving in Saudi cities. Wajiha says this ban on women driving paralyzes half the population. After repeated petitions to the king that went unanswered, Wajiha and 125 women, already holders of driver licenses from various countries, have signed a petition to the minister asking him to lift the ban on women driving. A move they're willing to repeat until their voices are heard. Egyptian columnist Mona El-Tahawi believes the tactic will bear fruit.
She's protected herself in a way that's very clever, and in using YouTube she's also connected to something that is becoming incredibly powerful in the Arab world, and that's the internet. Either through blogs or social networking sites like Facebook and YouTube, you're seeing this kind of rumbling in the underground, which I think is going to bring about tremendous change in the years to come.
When CNN explored this issue back in 1990, the Saudi women who spoke to us said they were not ready to drive and the country was not ready to desegregate the sexes.
It's not the time for us just to drive. We need to prepare the people first, and then after they accept how we look or just to get mixed together, then we can think about driving.
18 years later, on the road to change and reform, Wajiha thinks the time to drive is now. Octavia Nasser, CNN, reporting.
As it had been with education, driving, shopping, marriage is not an even playing field. It's a very traditional, male-dominated system in which women are pawns. What we're going to watch now is another piece of primary source evidence gleaned from YouTube. It's an engagement party for a young man who is getting married. And what I want to watch for in this clip is see if you can find any women. I'm betting that you can't. Let's go to the tape.